That's so funny because, it's a great question and we're over here talking. It's like, we should share this with everybody. So I'm going to hit live right now. And what description should we put it on? Nutritions. So I just put nutrition into why. I'll change it later. Okay, well, we're
Got it.
Good morning, everybody. Melissa here with Megan, and she is one of the other amazing individuals I get to work with since I started this journey and became a brand ambassador with Purium. I'm going to let her introduce herself, and then we'll start talking because she and I were just talking. I was like, oh, this is something great that we can talk about on live. So go ahead, Megan, introduce yourself and we'll get to talking.
Hi. Thank you. Yeah, I'm Meghan Calido. I am a holistic health practitioner and wellness consultant. I have certifications in, oh gosh, there's so many, in herbalism and aromatherapy and iridology and holistic health practice and wellness consulting. So I think I just kept grabbing whatever I could when I was getting my bachelor's of science in integrative health. And the whole reason I got into this was because I got really sick from mold and bad nutrition and bad lifestyle habits. And it just really, because my lifestyle habits were so bad, I really, when I got hit with mold, it took me out completely. And so I've been on this journey healing from that. I had to sell my business. I had lost my peripheral vision. I had rashes all over my body. I had pain that was so bad. I was in fetal position for like 90% of the day for a while. So I've come such a long way. And yeah, so that's what got me to probably last year. And I had just opened my herbal store, and one of my friends sent me a little sample of the best protein shake I've ever had in my life. It just plopped into my lap at like the best time because I had just finished a juice cleanse and it was so yummy. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need this. And in my practice within that week, I had like totally written my business plan because I had rented my space, this beautiful space that I have. And I had things up on the window so you couldn't see it. And I was working off like a little table. And I was like, not sure where I wanted to go with my business. I was like, what do I want it to look like? I had no idea. I couldn't like, it was like my executive function was still like shut down. Like I couldn't do that next step. So I was on the shakes for about a week and I noticed like I put my whole business plan together. I ripped the stuff off the front windows. I started bringing stuff in. I was like, this is a miracle. Like I, for 4 years, was trying to get healthy and trying to do all the right things nutritionally and still like struggling with ADHD and my cousin calls it like couch rot, where you just want to sit and scroll and not do the things. So it just came at a perfect time and it changed my life in a week. And after that, I was sold because I needed something for my clients. This is the easiest thing. It's so hard to get grown-ups to eat their fruits and veggies. Like, this made it so easy.
Yeah, I mean, we were just talking about it, how when it was first introduced in our lives, we were skeptical, right? We were talking about like being
Mm-hmm.
health journey because of our own health personally, and I was having issues as well, and I've always been very mindful, very healthy, very active. To After being pregnant, I was severely I had severe hyperemesis and I was severely ill, and I was like malnourished. I couldn't drink water. It was horrible. And then even after having my babies, I had this brain fog and just no motivation, like you said, just literally no motivation to do anything, not even get up to wash dishes. Sometimes I have to peel myself. I'm like, oh my God, I have to cook breakfast for the kids. And you shouldn't feel that way, right? And again, I've done other health and wellness companies out there and used their protein shakes and their products, and yet I still felt this lethargic, this like feeling like crap, just walking throughout the day, just waiting for it to end instead of waking up and
Yes, yes. Bedtime was my favorite time.
I mean,
Like I was counting down till bedtime.
I was talking to a friend of mine and I was like, when we were in our 20s, we'd go out and party and go to bed at 4 and still wake up in the day and then let's go hiking, let's go do this and have that energy, like that young energy, right? And then after maybe I turned in my 40s, it got worse and like I could feel the depletion in my energy and just the way I felt. And so we were just talking about it when we were introduced to Priya and we're like, another protein shake, like, okay, like maybe I'll try it.
Another MLM was my first thought. Like this
Somebody has
MLM
to
wants
sell me
me to.
something, I know. And I was like, okay. But Kimberly was the one. She's a detox specialist and she's like a holistic wellness. And I trusted her, because she and I didn't connect through that. We were talking about like the mom groups because this is what I do. My mission is to help moms have a easy pregnancy, have their nutritions throughout their pregnancy, and like support them throughout the transition from pregnancy to motherhood. And that's probably one of the scariest moments, especially if you've done it first time, is transitioning from pregnancy to motherhood. Now you have this baby in your hand and you're like, what do I do? you know I'm just gonna wing it. And honestly, you don't have to wing it because then you can have that support. And so that's what my vision is, and my mission is to really make motherhood easy, mentally and physically, right? You shouldn't feel like you have this brain fog. I mean, I remember when even eating healthy, people were saying, it's normal. That's normal. Brain fog. You'll have that for a year. Well, I've had it for, my son is 6 years old. So I've had it for 6 years. You know what I mean? When is it going to
6 years
end?
too long. I think
So,
it's interesting. We always put off all those feelings of like, I'm so tired. Oh, it's because you're a mom. Oh, it's because you have littles. Oh, it's because you're getting older. Oh, it's because, and it's all these excuses of why it is. And we tend to just leave it at the excuses when it's the real excuse. The real reason is because we don't have the nutrition for
yes,
our bodies to make that energy.
right, right. I mean, it's been normalized too much to feel like,
Yes.
because we're a mom, you shouldn't feel like crap. And it's as easy as getting resourcing or redirecting your food source to something better, right? Even me eating healthy and constantly eating organic, but I did go out to restaurants and I don't do fast food because of my gut issue, but eating as healthy as I could, still feeling that way. I mean, I had back pains all the time and bloatiness, and I'm like, this is not normal because I'm not fat, I'm not like chunky, I'm not overweight, but I have this bloatiness that like extends my stomach, and I'm like, this is not normal. And I know that that's the reason why I feel like crap, all day. So yeah, it's about just redirecting where you source your food into something easy, convenient. And I just made my first shake this morning, and I drank my 5 aminos, and then 30 minutes later I down my biomedic, and then I made my shake, 5 tablespoons, and then put my almond milk, and that's it. I hit the blender and took me literally 2 seconds to make that. Like, you can't get any more convenient like that than that. You talk about
Yeah.
conveniency, people
It's
drive.
the best fast food. It's the best fast food ever.
You have to drive to McDonald's, or you have to drive to wherever fast food source that you want to go to, and because you're hungry, right? You go and have to still drive there. You still have to. I mean, this is really convenient, especially with the ULT kit. I love that it comes with the blender, and the best part about the blender is you take it with you. You don't have to plug it in or anything. It's powered up, and you just turn it on when you're ready to drink it. It's great to bring
My
to.
mother-in-law carries her blender and a little cooler of her shake stuff with her everywhere she goes so that she could do her 2 shakes wherever she is. Like,
Yeah.
it's so easy and convenient. It really is. It does not get easier.
And you know, like you said, your life changed after a week of drinking this stuff because you were complete totally different person, and that's exactly what happened to me. And it seems like this is the same, it's like the same story over and over and over again, being told by so many that decides to change their lifestyle to the superfood, you know. I felt it within a couple of days. You know, I remember telling Kimberly, I'm like, man, what is this stuff? Like, is there crack in this? Because
What's in it? Yes. It's so addictive.
I'm like, why do I feel like this great? I felt alive. I felt like super woman. I felt exactly what I wanted to feel, you know,
Yeah.
and it was just because I needed those nutrients in my body. And it only took a couple of days to really replenish my body with all that stuff. And then after a week, I was like, woohoo, what's next? You know, that motivation.
Yeah.
And, you know, I had issues as well. It was trauma based symptoms. And I had peripheral issues. I was losing my eyesight, and I had like floaters. I had black and white floaters, and I had like all these symptoms in my
I'm not
body.
open. I'm sorry. Sorry, someone just came into the store. I'm on a Zoom. I'm sorry. Tomorrow, 12 to 4.
Oh,
Sorry.
that's okay.
I need to lock my door. Like, they see my car and they just stop in to say hi.
That's so awesome. But yeah, you know, like I
Love
had
it.
these issues, and I just kind of lived with it until I made a lifestyle change. And this was my missing link. I was talking to my friend. I was like, we've done our TT. It was helpful, right? But there was still something missing. And I'm like, and I'm doing
Yeah.
these nutritional supplements. Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, something, there's a missing link. And this was it. When it came into my life, it was like a blessing, and it was the missing link in my life. And this is what I needed to feel alive. Like, who doesn't want to feel alive? I mean, I'm telling you, it feels great. So, anyways, that's my story. And it seems like it's pretty similar to a lot of people out there. I mean, like you said, you know, you're
Yeah.
professional and you have your own practice, you have your own herbal store, and a lot of people in our community are doctors, microbiologists, nutritionists, nurses. I mean, all these professionals changed their perspective on nutrition because they experienced this superfood. And once you experience it, you just fall in love. Like, there's no going back. There's really, there's,
There
it's
isn't.
not
There
to
really isn't. I mean,
go.
there's something, and it's only going forward from here. Like, I would say my diet when I started was very clean. Everything I bought was organic, or if I did meat, it was grass fed and organic, and from local farmers. And you're doing all the right things, but and then you're still feeling like, what am I missing? Like, why do I still feel so run down and so tired? And it's just because what I've learned from this company especially is that there's no nutrients in our soil. And so if the soil is depleted of nutrients, and then our food is depleted of nutrients. And what's so amazing about these products is that they're grown on this nutrient dense, rich soil with regenerative farming. It's absolutely amazing what eating and consuming foods that are grown with actual nutrients will do for you. And it does, it lights you up. You're like, it's like somebody turned the light bulb back on in my head, and it's just like, it's all just so great. I've done a couple lives, and I had one a couple about 2 weeks ago. One of my friends that I haven't spoken to in a while messaged me, and she said, I need to do whatever you're doing because you just look so happy. And I
Yeah,
am I there's just so much to be happy about. It's so beautiful. And I was like, the only thing I've changed is my nutrition. Like, it's
exactly.
so amazing how the anxiety kind of just tucked itself away, and the brain fog just went away. And Like, I no longer want to just sit and scroll. I'm going on bike rides with my wife and my kids, and we're going hiking again, and all the things that I used to love doing before I got so depleted that I couldn't. So it's just that to me was everything. And it was just so easy to incorporate that. It's actually, if I could find something better to bring to my clients, I would. Like, that's what I would be bringing to them. But this is the best that I have found, the easiest that I have found, and the most reliable company with the best customer service I have ever found. So we're sticking with us.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's exactly like we were talking about. I was a consultant for another health and wellness, and I helped my clients with that to jumpstart their nutrition. And I found this, and like I could not even give the other stuff anymore because of what you feel like right away. You don't have to wait 30 days. You don't have to wait 6 months to like reap the benefits of feeling great, because these nutritions are 100%, that's getting into you. So your body's like, woohoo, your cells, your organs are super happy. And when they're happy, you're
They
happy.
are.
It is absolutely.
They are so happy.
So tell me, when did
Yeah, have you now you just joined. So how many clients have you had? A lot of clients jump in already?
Yeah, honestly, you know, Purium has been a part of my life since March, and I was just learning and understanding, and like, what is a regenerative practice? I had no idea. And what is glyphosates? What is this? What is biomedic? What is this? What is amino?
Mhm.
And so I really decided to like focus on understanding the company, the products, the ingredients, and where it came from. And less than 2 weeks ago, I decided to become a brand ambassador because I had so many people already talking to me about nutrition. And the first day that I signed up, I had 3 people sign up. And then, so I've had 6 people sign up, and then I have more that I'm trying to see if they'll sign up
So
soon.
have they gotten their stuff
Oh God, yeah,
yet?
yeah, yeah. They just got
Okay.
like a couple.
It's so fun.
Yes, yes. I can't.
It's so fun for the clients just to see, like, you do that original consult where you meet with them when we're figuring out like what they need to help feel better. And
Mhm.
then they get their stuff in, and I swear, every time they come skipping through this door, even with just the biomedic, even if just the only thing I can get them on is the biomedic, I'm noticing they're saying they're getting better sleep, they're getting better, they're having less anxiety, they're feeling more motivated with just sweeping the glyphosate out. So it's
Yeah,
so amazing to watch in the practice.
I just my one of my clients' mom has dementia, and she's been in a hospital, so they haven't really been giving it to her. But today they're going back to New York, and he's going to start her on this on her ULT, and I cannot wait to see like what it truly does for her mind and her body. She's depleting her energy. I mean, her health is depleting, where she's not eating anymore. She's barely talking. She's just, very like in a really bad state in her life right now. So I know that once she gets all of this, she's just gonna, start showing more and more of just better health. And she's gonna start talking. She's gonna start eating. She's gonna feel so much better. And I can't wait to get her on that parasite cleanse, because I know that she's got plenty of parasites that's causing her to be like this, almost a vegetable, you know. And I just cannot wait. And he got a ULT to lose some weight. And so I honestly, I can't wait for them to get it started today and see in the next couple of days, because I know it's going to change their life, because it did mine. When did you decide to become a brand ambassador?
As soon as I hit that first week and had that and saw everything that changed in my life, I was like, okay, like, I can't keep this to myself. Like, that would be wrong. Like, everyone needs to know about this. I was actually like, I have to like see more about the products. So I ordered the juice bar in the bag straight off the bat. And I got those and I was like, these aren't like the shakes. And I'm drinking my juice right now. And they're not like the shakes. Like they don't keep you full. But they're absolutely, I'm a big juicer. I love juicing, but I hate the time it takes to juice. Like it
Yes.
would take me so long to juice all the things.
Yeah,
And they're,
it's just
finding the produce, whatever.
water.
So, and then I upped it to a ULT, and within 2 weeks of me being on the ULT, my wife started noticing like all these little changes in me, and she was like, I think I want to try this. And she tried the shakes and she said, oh, I don't know if I can do that. But once she felt it in her body, like she said no drinking it, but when she felt it in it, because there's something about you feel it, like you feel so good after you eat. If you're not feeling good, you drink a shake and you're just like, wow, like it just nourishes you
I mean,
so
it cleanse.
deeply.
Yeah.
And so she jumped on right from there. And then that was when I signed up for brand partner because I had close friends that were asking me like, what are you doing? Like, what's different? Why your skin's so shiny? Did you start a new regimen? And I'm like, no.
I'm
I
just
love it. The skin
well.
is my favorite part.
Yeah, I mean, it is great, and that's the same thing as I am. I'm like, I just want to share it with the world. I was telling Kimberly, if I had the money,
Yeah.
I would send everybody the ULT kits so they know how this feels. Like, I really want everybody to experience and feel this because the difference that well, if you're really mindful and understand your body, like the difference that you feel from like one day to the next is like, wow, it's 100% different. And that transformation is insane. And it's funny, it's not like your normal like protein diet. This isn't a diet. This is just changing your food, where you're getting it from, and just eating this food. And it's like eating 8 salads in one little shake. Like I can't eat 8 salads, but that's what you
Right.
really need to get the nutrients that you need for the day, right? From all these greens and vegetables. I mean, how many times do they say you have to have greens and vegetables all day long? Who wants to eat greens all day long? I mean, I love salads, but I can't
Right.
maybe one or two, you know? But no, I don't want to do that. So if I can actually have it in a small little 5 tablespoon and still get everything that I need, I'm going to drink it. So that's pretty much it. I mean, we've been eating superfoods for hundreds of years when farming used to be normal, when it used to have
Right.
minerals and the nutrients, and we didn't have all these extra chemicals and hormones and steroids and everything that you can think of. I mean, they're putting steroids and hormones in plants that we consume. Like, why? Because they're
Yes.
bigger.
And then we're wondering why there's hormone issues and mental
Seriously.
health issues and all that.
So,
So
I mean,
confusing.
you want to still eat that stuff, fine, do it. But try this. Incorporate it with that. Try it together. And I'm going to tell you, you're going to change your mind. Like you're going to change the way you eat as you continue like having these superfoods in your body, because once your body is replenished with all the nourishments that it needs, it's not going to crave for anything else, you know?
Right. And I started to talk about that, how we were eating meat and we were eating like we really just put this in place of 2 meals and then everything else just kind of like I started in September. I'm still pretty much every day drinking 2 shakes. Like it's just easy. It's not that I don't eat food. I'll eat food whenever it's around, but like, and then my choices have been much when you feel so good after you eat, when you expect to feel like that after you eat anything. And you realize, oh my gosh, like I ate that and I feel like this, and I don't want that. I don't want that
Right.
feeling. And
Right.
a lot of things fell away for me. I was a smoker. I was smoking a pack a day. That fell away
Super.
about 4 months ago. So yeah. So and it's just like the more good you're putting in, the more good you want to put in. And so it just kind of
It just adjusts itself.
works
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah. You don't have to try
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
force yourself. Don't. We're not telling you to not eat.
Yeah.
We're not telling you to deprive yourself from anything. Eat whatever you want to eat, but incorporate this in your life. And eventually, like naturally, things that are not good for you will just disappear. you're not going to want it. You're not going to crave it. And that's the great part about it. I was talking to Kimberly the other day about eating meat. Like, we used to love eating steaks almost every night. Like, we loved a steak, and our kids love a steak. And so we would eat. And after you eat that steak, what happens? You feel heavy. You feel tired. You don't feel like this person that's supposed to be alive. You just ate protein. You just ate some greens,
Yeah.
some vegetables. Why do you feel like you're heavy and exhausted and not want to do anything? Like, food is supposed to make you feel energized, alive, because you're replenishing your body with everything that it needs. When you're moving around and you're active, you're obviously using up that energy. So we eat to refuel ourselves. And when we eat and we're not being refueled, you feel that, heaviness, that exhaustion. And that's not how it's supposed to be. So if I can, and people are like, oh, am I gonna like lose so much weight, or am I depriving myself if I drink this 5 tablespoons of, no, you're not. You're actually replenishing your body exactly what it needs 100%, instead of buying other foods and then you still feel hungry an hour later, 2 hours later. You had this big meal and you're like, why am I hungry again? I just ate. So it's
Yeah.
because our body is still craving the nutritions and the minerals and the proteins that it needs. So it's like, I need more, because you're active, you're losing all that, you're using it, you're not losing it, but you're using it, you have to. And so it constantly will want what it needs. But if you give it what it needs, it's not going to ask for it. Just like a baby, right? Baby will cry and scream until it's fed. And infants, when they first are born, they eat almost every 30 minutes. My first son, he ate every 30 minutes. I swear. He
Bless
was a
you.
chunky monkey. He ate 30 minutes. That's why I couldn't go to work. There's no way I could feed him, every 30 minutes. My youngest, he was like about an hour, and I was thankful for that. But and if he didn't eat, he would scream and cry. And that's exactly what's happening in our body. Yes, we're not screaming out loud, but our body's screaming for these foods. I mean, I was breastfeeding, so he was getting the nutrients and the minerals that he needed, and he's like, I want it, I want more. And so that's exactly what's happening to us. And I love the best thing I love about this superfood, because it's real food, there's no additives, there's no preservatives, it's safe during pregnancy. I have not found anything out there where it's actually safe for pregnancy. It will tell you, talk to your doctor, see if this is okay, look at the ingredients. Like, if I have to talk to my doctor about ingredients and see if it's safe, I'm not, it's a red flag, right? You shouldn't,
Yeah.
it should not be like that. Food is made by Mother Nature, and you should be able to pick it and eat it. Obviously, non-poisonous one. But other than that, it's either poisonous plant or non-poisonous plant, and you eat the non-poisonous plant. But when somebody says, oh, this ingredient is might not be good while you're pregnant, that's scary. Like, why is food scary to eat? It shouldn't. So when I found out that this was safe for pregnancy, I'm like, okay. And safe for children to consume, because it's real food. Guys, it's not something different. There's nothing different about it. It's real food, just in powder form. That's it. That's it. It's not like your normal protein
That
shake.
tastes super yummy.
It's
I will tell you, I have two boys, one's 15, one's 17. I used to joke. They would say, Mom, I'm hungry 200 times a day. And I would turn around and I would say, hello, hungry. I'm your mother. Like, all the time. They are just hungry all the time, boys. They would eat us out of house and home. They drink one shake a day in the morning, and I cannot tell you how much the snacking has stopped.
yeah.
Like, they're getting that first thing in the morning, they're getting flooded with all this nutrition. So throughout the day, they're not reaching for all these disgusting things to try to fill a void in themselves and get some nutrition where it's not really, kids want to eat junk food. So
Well, they're
that's been
constantly
super
active.
interesting. And we've just watched our grocery bill go down. Like, the entire nation is watching their grocery bill skyrocket. And I'm like, how do we have two teenage boys and ours is like going down because they're not walking around going, I'm hungry, mom, I'm hungry. I haven't said, hello, hungry, I'm your mother in about 6 months. So
That's, benefits that continues to happen in your life when you have the right nutrients. I mean, this is nutrient dense superfoods. That's all this is. So once you have the right nutrients in your life, it's like the benefits that you start seeing that comes with it is far more than what it says on the package, right? I mean, like you said, I'm noticing the grocery list go down. I'm noticing my kids are getting everything that they need and they don't have the need to snack. I mean, kids, teenagers are the most energized. They love to be active all the time, 24/7. They're constantly moving, moving, moving. And that's just them because they're growing and they need this the most, right? Especially when they're doing all kinds of sports. They need this type of nutrient dense superfoods in their body and it's super quick. It's quick. They can just grab and make
it
it and
is.
that's it, and then snack some good snacks throughout the day. But I mean, the benefits that you keep seeing with it just keeps beyond than what it says on the label. And I absolutely love that
It
because
does.
even with people who's been drinking or eating this superfood for 5 years, like they still see so many benefits that keeps coming that's not even in the label. You're like, man, I didn't know this was gonna happen. And that's the best part about it. It just keeps giving you all these surprises in your life that you thought was normal, and now it's like, what, I let myself live like that. So anyways, we've
Right.
gone long enough. We have another meeting in
I
like,
know we were like, let's go on live really quick. Like 20 minutes later,
well, I mean, it's so much fun to talk about this stuff, and I'm so
it is.
every time I talk to somebody, I'm like, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. And then I go on and go on because just the passion I have for this superfood because of how great I feel. I mean, my husband is on it. My two kids are on it. Like, if I'm going to feel great, I'm like, I'm bringing you guys into this life.
You're gonna feel it.
Like, I
Yep.
don't care what you think. You're going to put it in your body. And then in a couple of days, you'll thank me. So,
Yeah, and they
yeah,
do. It's so amazing. And you want to share it with everybody. Like it's just nonstop. I don't know. Food is my love language. I'm Italian. So like, if I'm feeding you, it's because I love you. Like, I want to feed you the best of the best. So like I'm bringing my shakes to parties. Like, let's have some of this.
right? And oh my gosh, I can't even. But so we're gonna jump off because we have another 20
Yes.
minutes. We have another call. So
It
I will
was so
see you
great to talk to you this morning.
definitely. It was fun
I'm
and
glad I got to know you.
definitely we'll talk
And
soon.
um we both have $100 coupon for to start a ULT. So it's anything we've said sounds good to you, and then you can reach out to either of us for that.
Yeah, no excuses. You're getting $100 discount for your first policy. It's a 90-day program. I started my day one today, so I'm gonna take you into my journey and you'll just see like the difference in everything. And then I'm gonna show you my kids and what's doing for them and my husband. Like I'm gonna show you exactly how this can really change your life. And I'm telling you, it's like life changing because it is the difference that you feel and the benefits that you reap through just eating the right food. So, yes, thank you for listening to us, and we will talk to you guys soon. See you soon, Megan. Bye.
I
Okay, let's